Hey, Shalom Akim, this is Yabatazah coming back with another video. I want to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone. Much love and respect to you brothers out there doing the work in sincerity and truth, risking your life as a true man of the Lord. Alright, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Rakah Kwadash, Barakatham, Akim. Alright, just coming back with another video tonight. I'm going to get into the subject again about the so-called rapture. You know, you got individuals out there that they're like just delusional, man. Alright, they're bugged out of their damn mind, thinking that they're going to be taken up before all hell breaks loose. You have a misinterpretation of the scriptures. You've been deceived. All right. You've been misguided, misled. You don't have the truth, man. You so-called Christians are bugged out. All right. Y'all are whack, man. Okay. All your little pastors that y'all people try to follow, y'all jump here, jump there to these different pastors, preachers, churches, and different, titles that you want to call yourselves. Y'all, all of them pastors and preachers are bugged out. They ain't got the truth. They're still calling on that old name Jesus. Okay? That has nothing to do with the true power of the Bible, man. Alright? None of y'all people can break down that name Jesus, nor can you tell any of us what the proper name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai is, or who the world calls God and Jesus. Alright? The proper noun. Okay? Which the word noun goes back... the word noun means name. So what is his proper name, not the common name? Because you people out here, you mediocre, average ass people out here, y'all just got the common names. Jesus, Christ. No, those are the common names of the land. You ain't spiritually calling on the true power, man. And you have to call her. You have to make confession with your mouth, man, when you call on the Lord. It's not just putting them on, and when you put them on, it's that spiritual garment. Your people don't have understanding, but you have to make confession. You have to call on the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai with your mouth. All right, that tells you that in Romans chapter 10. Okay, so I just want to get into some scriptures, man, and just proving that that the chosen, the elect, that are Israelites. All right, not you fake ass Christians out there that are trying to put on that title. All right, put on that surname as if you're a child of the Most High, because in order to be a child or a joint heir, all right, to the Most High and His Son, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ, you have to be of that stock of Abraham. You can't just come in and carry on that name. It tells you that in the scriptures, man. And there's plenty of videos on the internet that you can find under Great Millstone GMS to prove that to you. You got a lot of people out here, these Edomites, so-called white people, claiming that they have that they're going to receive salvation. You Edomites, all right, you so-called whites, all right, don't matter if you're a pale skin or you're a dark Edomite, y'all don't got the truth, man. You ain't going to receive salvation. You Edomites are condemned. Look up your research. Read the book of Obadiah. All right, even in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary, even those Edomites that composed or compiled that book together, they show you through research of the scriptures that Edom has no salvation or hope. Of all the nations, that's the only nation that's condemned with an everlasting condemnation in the Most High's eyes, that He's going to have a great hatred toward. All right, so I want to go into 1 Peter chapter 4 verse 17. It says, "For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High? And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear?" You see, these are key words that you have to pay attention to, man. All right. This is in the book of Peter. Peter was not Peter the main apostle? Was he not the chief apostle as far as out of the 12? All right. Was he not made the cornerstone? Was he not the rock? All right, of the 12, which we know Yahweh Shai, who the world didn't call Jesus Christ. He's the cornerstone, but Peter was chosen to be that rock. That upon him that the church shall be built. Which you don't even understand. None of you so-called Christians can even give the proper definition of the word church. All right, these are key words in here, man. So this is coming out of the mouth of Peter, saying, for the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. Who's the house of the Most High, man? The Israelites, the Negro, Latino, and Native American Indians. And the reason I'm saying that is because through prophecy, you read Genesis chapter 49, Deuteronomy chapter 28, 15 through 68. Those are key indicators on how to identify the Most High's true people on the earth today. All right, so real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and bring out. I'll pull it out right here on the sword, but I want to look for it right here, because I'm gonna go back to 1 Peter chapter 4, but I want to go to in the Old Testament because Peter is quoting an Old Testament scripture. Okay, so I'm gonna go to Ezekiel chapter 9. Verse 4. All right. It says, and the Lord Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. All right, in the midst thereof, where, man? Here in America. All right, so there's going to be a mark set upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry, talking about that are lifting up their voice and setting up a standard, man, setting up the truth, which is Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, is the word. All right, and it says in verse 5, and to the others he said in mine hearing, go you after him through the city and smite, let not your eyes spare, neither have you pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women. But come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Begin at my sanctuary, man. Who's the Lord's sanctuary? Who is the house of the Most High? That's where judgment is going to begin at, man. You so-called Christians are bugged out, man. You got females on here on the web, on YouTube, acting like they're endowed with some type of spiritual gift and power. You don't know shit, man. All right, you don't know nothing, man. And the word shit all it means is waste. All right, acting like shit is a bad word, man. Yeah, your people are ignorant, man. Y'all ignore the truth. You act like you're righteous, you're self-righteous. You know, the Most High hates people that are self-righteous. There's 7 abominations that the Most High hates. All right. So it says, Ezekiel 9 and 6, slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. And he said unto them, defile the house, and fill the courts with the slain, go ye forth. And they went forth and slew in the city. So judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. All right. So Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is gonna start killing his own people, man. The wicked. Okay. And you people out there, y'all don't know what you're talking about, man, because y'all are not guided in the proper way. That's what Peter in Peter chapter 4 was quoting, man. Let me go back over there. All right. First Peter chapter 4. Start at verse 17. For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High? That's right. So Peter was basically quoting the Old Testament verse out of Ezekiel chapter 9, man. All right. So who is the house of the Most High, and who is his sanctuary? All right, let me go from there real quick, because you gotta bring out these scriptures, man. Precept upon precept, here a little, there a little, because you people fail to go through the scriptures properly, man. All right. All right, I'm going to start at Isaiah 8 and 13. Sanctify the Lord Yahweh of hosts himself, and let him be your fear, and let him be your dread. And he shall be for a sanctuary, but for a stone of stumbling, and for a rock of offense to both the house of Israel, and for a gin and for a snare to the inhabitants of Jerusalem. And among many many among them shall stumble and fall and be broken and be snared and be taken. You see? So it says that the word but for a stone of stumbling and for a rock of offense to both the house of Israel, for a gin and a snare to the inhabitants of Jerusalem. Right? It's talking about that word, that Yahweh was going to be a stumbling block to them, man. All right? But actually, that wasn't the one that I was needing. I believe. But the word sanctuary basically means safety. So, in Isaiah 8, it says, sanctify the Lord of hosts himself, and let him be your fear, and let him be your dread, and he shall be for a sanctuary. Right? So the sanctuary that he is telling the people to be, that he will be towards, is to who? The Israelites, man. He tells you right there, for a stone of stumbling and for a rock of offense to both the house of Israel, for both the houses of Israel, because Israel was separated. You had the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. All right. So it says, for a gin and for a snare to the inhabitants of Jerusalem. All right. And many among them shall stumble and fall and be broken and be snared and be taken. Bind up the testimony, seal the law among my disciples. And who were the disciples, man? They were Israelites. And the testimony was given unto Israel. All right. And I will wait upon the Lord, and that hideth his face from the house of Jacob, and I will look for him. Okay, so that's where the Lord is going to begin judgment at the house of the Most High, who is Israel, the Israelites. Okay, I'm gonna go from there to, let me pull out the scripture. Let's see here. Bear with me, brothers. Let's go to, I'm having to jump around a lot, man, because, you know, a lot of these people, man, they just don't have it, man. This is 1 Peter chapter 2, and I'm gonna start at 4. To whom coming as unto a living stone, disallowed indeed of men, but chosen of the Most High, and precious. All right, it's talking about Yahweh Shai. He is as a living stone, and he was disallowed indeed of men, but he was chosen of the Most High and precious. All right, ye also as lively stones are built up a spiritual house and a holy priesthood for to offer up spiritual sacrifices acceptable to the Most High by Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. Not no Jesus Christ, man. Not no Serapis Christos. All right. Verse 6. Wherefore also it is contained in the scripture, behold, I lay in Zion a chief cornerstone, elect, precious, and he that believeth on him shall not be confounded. It's talking about who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. Verse 7. Unto you therefore which believe he is precious, but unto them which be disobedient, the stone which the builders disallowed, the same is made the head of the corner, and a stone of stumbling. Right? That's the one I read in Isaiah chapter 8. And a stone of stumbling and a rock of offense, even to them which stumble at the word, being